You don't know. Don't tell me Negro, that's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Bunch or Powell. That wasn't your name. They don't have those kind of names where you and I came from. No, what was your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you as dumb as you are right now?
Hey, yo, you ready? Let's do it.
At IMC, bad boy to the casket drop. Gotta love it, place nothing above it. It's on like that. Don't believe we ain't going like that. For always gonna be here. We there every motherfucking year.
We ain't
Bad boy.
going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere.
We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life.
We ain't going nowhere.
Going nowhere.
We gonna stay right here.
Who you are. Because your existence is unique and profound within and of itself. So our non-movement must work for nation building. People must know how to move and non-move. Why do they have a National Guard? What are they doing in the National Guard? Go visit one in your neighborhood. And I'm not telling you to go strap bombs to yourself when you go visit. I'm not telling you to do that. But go visit the National Guard in your community. And tell me what they are doing. They're waiting on an opportunity to take over some more shit at the perfect time. They're waiting to be in a unison stillness to move as a dominant force. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? They have used non-movement as a weapon. I said if we should all stop moving on consumerism, all the exploiters will be shut down in 24 hours. We also must use non-movement. But the greedy cannot use non-movement. Because our greed makes us do more and want more out of greed. We play right into our enemy's hands. We cannot sit still. Do you understand the point I'm making? You can't. Because why would you sit still when your existence is validated by your doing in the matrix? That's who you are. You're the doer. In ancient Africa, we were beers. In America, we're doers. Because we did everything for this white man. Everything that you see, we have done. And what have we gained from all of our doings for him? But in Africa, when we did less, we had more till he came over here and there and started getting us to do for him. Then he ended up with more, we ended up with less. They say our people are lazy. Garbage. That's a strategy to keep us working for him. I don't see lazy people. I see buses full of black people going to the plantation. You want to find laziness? Go to retreats. Go to these vacation centers where white people are sitting up in the sun. That's lazy. But they say if you got money, you're not lazy, even if you stole it from everybody doing the work. Do you understand what I'm saying? The black man isn't lazy. He is the hardest worker. The hardest worker. That's the problem. He's been working too hard for white supremacy. He got to unwork him now. Undo the work. Unwork with him. Uncooperate. Rebel. Resist. Slave rebellion. Step out. But if you step out, what do? Step back in with a movement. We don't know the power of stepping out. We don't know the power of silence, the power of non-movement. The power of non-movement. Because only in non-movement can you stand for something. The moving person is always tap dancing. Huh? Moving and grooving. Always. But if you come to somebody and they say, look, this is my position, that's it, nothing else said, the person doing a whole of a lot of constant talking has no position. Because a position requires you to stand somewhere. You can't keep running and dancing with a position. That's the problem. They have no position. Because you know how you can tell what somebody's position they're in? They're not moving. Am I correct? How can you coagulate someone, the position of someone that's constantly emotional? Fluttering. I'll just show you the example of that in Temple Building. We buy bulk brown rice and we find them off to get bulk foods. And then people say, I'm not eating now. We had a position of being able to eat. And then they change their position as soon as we can eat and they take a position of not eating. They just keep moving. They just keep moving based upon conditions and circumstances. We have to know how to non-move, how to use non-movement. That's how you regenerate energy and build chi and build force and build power. The person that is saving money is not moving their money. Right? They know how to let it sit and what? Accrue interest. What about your energy? If we dancing around, buck dancing all over town, what are we doing? You can't stand for everything and stand for something. So that means when this and that is moving, and you moving with this and that, no matter what it is, you don't stand for anything. Because if they're going over there, and it's a black on black hate, and you have not moved in that, then your non-movement makes a statement. We're not moving with that, am I correct? But if you're moving on everything, every issue, every conversation, everything that everybody is talking about, every show, every festival, every event, what the hell do you stand for? In non-movement, people can see what your position is. Oh, I see that brother ain't show up. They're not here. That must mean something. Why didn't they come? Why aren't they there? That says something about where they're not at. What's really going on? Non-movement is movement. But we have become psychopathic. We don't know how to be still in a solid position. You must know when to move. But if you're moving all the time, you crave for movement. You cannot sit down. That's a problem. You cannot be still in your position. That's why our position keeps changing. People moving on everything. That's why we have so many fads and so many trends, because we have too many movements. We have diarrhea as a people. Consciousness diarrhea. Consciousness diarrhea. Some of us know how to state our solid position, what it is, what we're about. We shut the fuck up. We're there. Some of us, all of our ceaseless chatter represents we're not there. We're like antennas honing for a position that we'll never get. But we pick up, we look at them and see their immediate signals and think that's their position. That ain't their position, that's just something they honed in on. The only reason this can be understood as my position is because I've been non-moving on, I haven't moved on anything else in 12 years. So it's through your non-movement can your position be recognized. Because people can move here, there, and everywhere, right? Right. Does that mean that's what they are? Because they can move somewhere else. And move into something else. And move on to something else. Have commitment to something. A connection to something that is really there. Your non-movement shows what you are really on. They say, hell, we're going to all go, and the white people are giving out pops. We down there with fezzes and koofies on, moving on that. They're having a Christmas sale. We're moving on that. We're ready to move on anything going on. But your non-movement makes you a strong object that even your enemies must move around. Because you've been sitting in some place too long. That you've attained mass and gravity. So now everything moving must move with respect to you. Because you're solid. You all understand what I'm saying? But if you're moving in everything and moving everywhere, you have no position. And you can be moved along. And they tell you, just keep moving along. But try to move something there that has become standing in one place for so long, in one position for so long, that its legs have become a part of the earth. Try to move a tree. The longer that tree been growing in that same position, the harder it is to cut down, ain't it? So it's the non-movement of the tree. The non-movement is strength. And the tree is more grounded than any living thing in what? The jungle. In nature. Because of its non-movement. Blades of grass and flowers blow all over the place. Animals move. But trees live. Some trees live for thousands of years. Because of its non-movement. You must study non-movement. That's why all we have is movements and we have nothing that can stand. Because that's what another black movement. We need a black non-movement. Something that cannot be moved by this white devil. That cannot be affected by media, propaganda, trends, fads. We need a black non-movement. We've had too many movements. Conscious movement, debate movement. We need a non-movement. Even the people I've been amongst, nation building. They damn perspective changes every week. One minute we love black people, the next minute we love everybody. Who the hell are you? One minute you a person who love everybody, next minute you a black nationalist. Where are you? When Becky comes smiling in your face, you love everybody. When you're eating beans and rice with black nationalists, you love your black people. But you wonder why Becky and Jan can come and run over the black movement. Because we have not standing for nothing. Some of the movements that we do, we're actually moving against ourselves, thinking we're getting something done. But we're not. It's our non-movement. Non-movement becomes progress. Fungus and mold grows. Fungus and mold grows in non-movement. And if you study the Tao, it is non-movement that gives room for movement. All movement happens in non-movement. Do you understand what I'm saying? If everything is moving, nothing is moving. And in non-movement, only can movement happen. So if we're doing nothing but moving, we're actually not moving at all. You understand what I'm making? It's a balance of our non-movement with our movement. Do we understand the nature of true movement? That's enlightenment. Because one thing, no matter how much movement you do, you cannot move off your principles of what you stand for and what you are about. So we gotta stop pretending like any movement can move us closer to that or away from that. That's where you stand. That's your non-movement. Do you know what I'm saying? When something comes up against your principle, that's non-movement. That's not a black movement. That's a black non-movement. And we
come on. Hot, sicker than your average. Pop a twist cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't think shit, stink pink gators. My Detroit players, Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right, if the head right, Biggie there, and night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls want to us, wanna do us, screw us. Who us? Yeah, Papa and Pup. Close like Starsky and Hutch, stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily. Take that. Easily. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my piece.